Guys, welcome to this video. Today we're here in the episode 2 of the living AI NPC system, if that's how you say it. Anyways, let's start off fast, alright? Because right now I'm pretty busy. Let's click model, advanced, collision groups. As you can see here, let me close this. You can see that I disabled the NPCs and the players. I disabled the intersection of it so that it doesn't, So yeah, after that, then we're just gonna go and get our players. Before we do anything, we have to script the collision. As you can see here, we have the two scripts right here. The routine service and the collision. The collision is the new one. If you want to see the default for the routine server, check out the first episode. Link in the description. Okay, after that, we're gonna go to routine server first. We have to find the physics service and the pathfinding service, because what we're gonna do in this episode is getting the animation, avoiding the obstacles, and making the players walk instead of actually teleporting them. So which is why we're gonna do this. Alrighty, so we're gonna get the service, pathfinding service, and physics service. Then after that, we're gonna get a function called disable collisions, and then we're gonna call the model. We're gonna check all, like literally, all the parts of the model. Then we're gonna check if it's, we're gonna loop, and then we're gonna check if it's a base part. And then if it is, then we're just gonna set it to the NPCs. Then we're gonna go to, before we do anything, we have to call the function, as I said. So we're gonna call the function. We do disable collisions under the NPCs tab when we're cloning it. And yeah, just call the NPC here. Alright, after that, we're gonna go to collision. How you get collision is just clicking the service, click script, and add the object called script, then get it. You can name it, it's optional, but I name it as collision to make it better. Anyways, I get the players and the physics service. I get the players so that it can detect when the player is joining and detect when the character is loaded. And we're gonna get the physics service, obviously for good purposes, to get the collision group. And yeah, basically the same thing as the routine service. We're just gonna loop through all the parts of the character. We're gonna check and we're gonna get it. We're gonna set it with the part. Alright, after that, we're gonna get the pathfinding service, because obviously just getting the collision is not gonna be enough for this routine server. Because why would we want the NPC to teleport from here all the way to there? Why don't we just make him walk? Doesn't it make it feel unrealistic? Which is why we're just gonna add a good pathfinding service. And we're gonna make an animation. Before we do action, we're gonna make an animation. So as you can see here, I got this NPC, living NPCs. You remember the living NPCs from where we place it inside the replicated storage. So just gonna place it there, and then we have the noob here. Then after that, we got these two animations here. It's brand new here. So make sure you get the animation. This one is for the idle, and this one is for the walk. You can just create the animation, and then yeah, you can name it. I like to name it so that it can feel better, walking if the NPCs is walking, and the idle when the NPCs is staying into one of those parts, just minding their own business. Anyways, as you can see, I've already made the animation, but you can make the animation by clicking avatar, animation editor, avatar, animation editor, then you can set up all these things. Then you can, publish it to ROBLOX. But make sure the set animation priority is to action. Make sure you do that or not, or else it will probably not work. I don't know, I'm not an animator. I took the animation from the toolbox, by the way, so yeah, I'm not a good animator. If you can create it yourself or anything. But anyways, after we get this animation, what we're gonna do is get the animator. It's gonna be the heart of all the things. So instead of you doing the humanoid column load animation, we're gonna do animator colon load function. Load animation. So we're gonna get the animator here inside the humanoid. And yeah, you can just do it by inserting the object called animator. Animator, as you can see right there. Alright, after that's finished, after you've done that, let me put this back to replicated storage. Then after that, we're gonna be continuing. So you can copy all this. You can follow what I did right here. I'll be explaining it one by one. So as you can see here, we're just gonna clone it. I already explained it before. So we're just gonna go here. We're gonna get the humanoid and the humanoid root part. Then after that, this is from the first episode. We're just gonna get the routine, the current hour. Then this one's actually kind of brand new. Instead of you just teleporting, we're gonna replace all that with the moving system. So we're gonna get the humanoid and the humanoid root part. Then we're just gonna check if there's none. If there's none, then we'll return it. Then after that, we get the humanoid. We're gonna be finding the humanoid, then get to the animator. After that, we're gonna get the animation, the walk animation. We're just gonna get the NPC and the walk. As you can see right here, as I said, we make sure it's the same as what you name. So this one is walk for me, and this one's idle break. Alright, now let's continue. After you've done that, then we're just gonna get the loading animation. Then we're gonna start if it's walk, if the NPC is walking, then we're gonna play it. As you can see here, if walk track, then walk track column play, it will play, I guess. And then make sure you stop the idle track, and then yeah. Then now this one's very important. As you can see here, I made this for customization. We got the agent radius equals to 2, agent height equals to 5, agent can jump to true, and agent can climb equals to true. So what this means is that it's gonna be creating a path. So like we don't want our pathfinding service to go from here instantly to there, because as you can see here, I made an obstacle where they have to go through. So they have to find a shortcut where they can find a better way instead of just being stuck here. We don't want our NPC to be literally stuck here, right? Which is why we're gonna make the NPC be smart. So yeah, just walk, and then it will find the shortest way. Then it goes to the shortest area. Then just gonna go to the target position and do the rest. So make sure you add the path. Then after you do the path, then we're just gonna compute it with the humanoid root part, with the position of the humanoid root part, and the target, which is the waypoint target, where it's aiming for, the position for it. Anyways, if it's a success, like if it's detected and it can be run, then we're just gonna make it move. So we're just gonna get the waypoints, loop through the waypoints, and then just get the position, move to that position, then do the rest. Then we're just gonna do this thing where we're just gonna warn just in case if there's a problem. Then as you can see, warn pathfinding failed to, for example, work or house. We're just gonna warn it right here in the output. Then after that, we're just gonna get the walk track, and then this one's gonna be playing the idle animation. It's pretty self-explanatory here. Anyways, this one's also it's basically the same, to be honest. You just get the move to location while tree. By the way, you can change the time here. This is wait 3 seconds. So let me do the calculations. As you can see here, wait for 3 seconds. Wait for 3 seconds is equals to 1 hour. So yeah, you can change it. Like for example, you want it to be 1 second, it will be 1 second per hour. But right now I want it to be 3 because it feels much better stuff. But yeah, you can change it here. You even can change the current hour. You can add it by, I don't know, and that is gonna detect if it's over 24 hours. If it is, then I'm just gonna restart it to 1. Alright, I think to be honest, that's it. That's it for this scripting, and we're just gonna play it. I'm gonna be looking at the output just in case. By the way, if you see the pathfinding failed to house, that means that the NPC just started spawning into that. So it's gonna be failing to find it. And as you can see here, it finds the shortest area. It goes from the waypoint there to going here, avoiding the obstacles, and going to the area. Going here. And as you can see, it plays the idle animation, and it's gonna go to that area right there. As you can see, to the cafe. Yeah, to be honest, that's it. That's it. But don't click off yet, because there's another one. There's another one I actually kind of forgot. If you want to customize like the walk speed, then you can. You can just go to the noob, to the humanoid of the noob, then you can pick the walk speed. The default one is 16, but right now I made it 10 because I want it to be slow. And check the collision. So yeah, to be honest, that's it for this episode. We made the collision working. We made the NPC walk, and we actually created the animation. Next episode, we're gonna be creating the timed GUI. So instead of relying on guessing, we're gonna rely it on GUIs. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.